योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
राम 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 योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया।
राम 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 Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। सर्वं योगी राम सूरत कुमारार्पणमस्तु। In celebration of this great fortune of grace, with deep, grateful pranams, we have offered the Nama lotuses at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. We shall also continue to offer our Seva lotuses in the form of actions. Whatever actions we have to do in our daily life, in the course of our life, we shall do it as an offering to Him, knowing that it is He who is the doer and we are the instruments. We have been going through some of the teachings of Bhagavan. Now today we shall start on the new topic, Bhagavan's teachings on the ashram. When someone commented on the futility of the ashrams, saying, "Oh, they do not produce Mahatmas. Moreover, there is so much politics, irregularities, and even scandals." Pat came the reply from Bhagavan, if a farmer worked on his land in the hot sun for a long time and feels tired, and if there is a tree nearby, he rests under it, feels refreshed, and goes back to work with renewed vigor and energy. Similarly, an ashram, my friend, provides peace of mind. Also, it is not true that ashrams do not produce Mahatmas. Mataji Krishnabai, Swami Sachidanandaji have come from Anandashram. So, we understand that when we come to the ashram, we come with great love for Bhagavan, with the only aim of concentrating on Bhagavan and getting as much grace as possible with our chanting and prayer. Bhagavan also used to say, without this beggar calling you, you cannot even step into the ashram. Which means, if you find yourself at the doorstep of the ashram, He has chosen to bless you with a specific grace. And right from the moment you enter the ashram, you can be sure, you can feel the peace that prevails in the ashram. So many people have come and told me that they had come with their head full of bees in the bonnet, meaning something or the other was troubling them, so many problems and so much depression. But as soon as they enter the ashram, they feel at peace, as though these problems do not exist at all. And they feel happy and peaceful. And as they come into Pradhan Mandir, of course you can all see that beautiful image of Bhagavan. And when you go closer, You can see a smile. Sometimes it's very broad. Sometimes it's grim also. You can see the smile on his lips and his eyes raised to the scalp, the Brahmarandra. He is in deep samadhi, and yet, out of his compassion for the devotees, his right hand is raised in benediction, as if to say, "Here I am. Why do you fear? I will take care of you. Pour your problems at my feet. I shall look after you. There is nothing to fear or to worry." On the other hand, the left hand, you can see in constant japa. You can see the thumb and a finger touching each other, as if to say that he is in eternal japa. It reminds us of the divine Ganges, which of course comes from the Himalaya and then runs through different lands for several thousands of miles and finally merge with the sea at Ganga Sagar. Even though it merges with the sea, it still carries fresh water from the Himalayas all the time. It keeps on pouring fresh water into the sea. It is one of those rivers, the holy rivers, that never gets dry. It is eternal. Why does it do? It makes all the lands through which it passes fertile. And it helps humanity. So just as the divine Ganges, these great ones also, they continue to do whatever they have been doing, even after attaining Purnatva. For one thing is to show that even they are in eternal japa, and so we should be, so should we be. So the japa inspires us into doing continuous japa, and the hand that is raised in benediction assures us that our problems will be solved, that our mind will pick up strength to handle the problems in a more comfortable way. And then Bhagavan says, "My father is seeing everyone who enters this ashram." So nobody could escape the eyes of Bhagavan. I remember once an electrician or the driver of a jeep of the electricity board who was earning his living only by driving this jeep as the driver of the electricity board. But one day he met with an accident and then he lost all sensation from hip downwards. He was unable to drive because his hands are also lost their steadiness. Now he could no more be in the job. He could no more earn money. He had a wife and children to look after. Where would he go? And added to it, he had medical expenses. He used to chant Bhagavan's Nama. After the initial stages of agony, one day he turned up in a wheelchair He entered, he went up to, he could only reach up to the Swagat Manda. As soon as he reached there and saw Bhagwan's Murti there, something happened to him. He fell off the wheelchair, completely overwhelmed by an emotion because of his abject agony. He began to roll on the floor, crying out, Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar, Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar, why would you do this to me? Where will I go to earn money? How will I survive? How will my family survive? Have you no heart? Can you not hear me crying out to you? And he was rolling all around the Swagat Mandap. And then stood up to beg him again. And that's when he suddenly realized that he was standing, that he was able to roll down. And after rolling the entire space, rolling over the entire ground, he was now standing before Bhagwan and complaining, grumbling and complaining, and suddenly he realized in the midst of it that he was standing up. To his great delight and wonder and surprise, he realized that Bhagwan had cured him, just like that. This happened after his Mahasamadhi. So nobody could escape the eyes of Bhagwan. Even at the moment you enter the ashram, you are right in his view. And his work on you starts even there. So when we come to the ashram, let's come with only one goal, and that is Bhagwan's darshan, our prayer, our chanting of the Nama. There should be no distraction. There should be no talk about this and that, or about this one and that one. There is no gossiping. There is no need to find fault with people around or with the ashram. If that is your goal, then you would find that peace and solution to all your problems, no matter how difficult the problems were. Then Bhagwan said, those who enter this ashram will never go empty-handed. Father's blessings are pouring on them from all sides like rain. Whether they are aware of it or not, this is Satyam, the truth. So every second we are inside the ashram, wherever we are, we can be sure we are getting drenched in the rain of His blessings. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to chant His name to earn grace. They are automatically pouring on you. They are not even falling on you, they are pouring on you. That's the word Bhagwan had used. How generous of Him. So here, let us bring these facts to our mind again and again. That right from the moment you enter, you are in His view, and His blessings start from there. Nobody could escape the eyes of our Bhagwan. And when you come inside, you come with the only purpose of Bhagwan's darshan. Don't look this side or that side. Don't try to find fault with people or the ashram. You have come here after a long time for Bhagwan's darshan, for the solution of your own problems. You have come to find peace, just like a farmer wants to find peace under the shade of a tall tree. a dense tree, then you benefit the most. We shall now offer our today's prayer at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. Bhagavan, we pray to you, we beg you again and again and again, a million times, for your immediate divine intervention to bring forth a dharmic life to the people. For there is so much violence around these days. We beg you, Bhagavan, to bring in harmony and peace and discipline and order into the lives of people. For people live any way they like and create a philosophy to suit themselves, to justify their actions. But please, Bhagavan, give them a dharmic life with the remembrance of God. Only you can do that. And we also beg you to stop this war that's going on between the two countries with its own justification immediately. We have seen the disastrous consequences of the war, and there is constant fear in the minds of people around the world. What if it leads to a greater war? We beg you, Bhagavan, not only to stop the war and bring in peace and harmony, but also see that there should be no mention of the word war at all among the countries of the world. Bhagavan, please keep under control the sudden attacks of those killer diseases and those violent disasters, the furies of nature, and the devastating accidents. We also beg you to uproot all the negativities of the human mind, all the asuric thoughts which are responsible for today's violence of the world. And wherever we live in this world, whatever country people belong to, whatever language they speak, whatever religion they've embraced, everybody suffers from their past karma, past bad karmas, and that without any help or protection. They may not believe in the law of karma, but the law of karma is the divine justice. You can buy human law with money and power, but the law of karma is divine justice. It cannot be bought. It is relentless and precise. He doesn't spare even avatars. All the same, we pray to you, Bhagavan, to reach out to all those people and do the needful. We also pray to you to protect all those unselfish people who have been slogging for the welfare of the others from what? From unnecessary, unworthy, unhealthy remarks of criticism and aspersion. We pray to you to promote the economy of the country and the growth in varied fields of activity so that India would reach the highest status of the world teacher. For what? For conducting the whole world in the path of Dharma. We pray to you in all earnestness and sincerity for the ceaseless and joyful chanting of your powerful name and unbroken remembrance of your leelas and teachings so that we assimilate it and make it into our Atma Shakti. We pray to you, Bhagavan, to bless us all to be only sattvic instruments in your hands and not rakshasic elements, even by mistake. Please bless our everyday life too, so that we run it as an offering to you and not be caught by the temptations of Maya. We also seek that ultimate state of being, the state of bliss and peace of yours. But then we know our minds have to be purified right now Our minds are filled with desires for worldly things. And there is also the latent tendencies, the virulent, latent tendencies of our past karmas. So what happens? The mind is being tortured by unknown fears, poisonous anger, vengeance, jealousy, and passion and sorrow. No matter how much blessing we already have, we always compare ourselves with other people and find out what we lack. And then we blow it out of all proportion so that we keep grumbling all the time, and finally we fall into depression and lifelong medicine. But then the saving grace is your thunderous declaration that the divine name is a powerful weapon against all the past bad karmas and meant for our purification of mind. We take refuge in your powerful Nama and seek your blessings for our early purification. Bhagavan, wherever we live in this world, whatever work falls into our hand as our duty, we know it's all your work. Please bless us to do it in the spirit of service to you, and that joyfully, without any unhealthy competition or jealousy, so that every work that we do will become our Atma Shakti. Please bless us to practice acceptance of whatever life brings to us, be it a joy or sorrow. Since they come from you, they can only be a great blessing, a blessing perhaps in disguise. When a bad karma takes over, the boat of our life capsizes and we collapse. We resent God, feeling that He has let us down. And we find fault, we speak bitterly, harshly to other people, blaming them for our own failures. And yet, it is we who invited them by our past karmas. But Bhagavan, for his part, with great love and generosity, puts a blessing even in the punishment, which pushes us towards God again. And out of every adversity comes a higher wisdom, whereupon you see that neither your money nor power, nor friends or relatives are a help or strength, but only God. As the mind learns higher truths, as it gets more and more purified, the power of God begins to reflect in your heart. Bhagavan, we beg you to bless us all to know that it is your will that is running all the happenings of life and the world. Please bless us to be grateful to you even for the adversities of life. We seek your powerful blessings, precious blessings for all the species of the cosmos to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we seek redemption, that liberation from the vicious cycle of births and deaths, the root cause of which is ahambhav, the utter selfishness, the tyranny of the ego, the I and mine that rule all our lives all the time. Bhagavan, please uproot this ahambhav and promote atma-bhavam in us so that we be blessed with that immortal life, in merger with you, or immortal service to you, immortal in surrender to you. You, that eternal, supreme Brahman. Jai Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar.